Are you trying to find motivation to organize? This video is going to give you 6 ways to do it, and I'm so excited that you're here. These are some before pictures from actual students, people I've worked with here at LearnDoBecome. And I hear all the time, oh, I just can't get myself motivated. There's just so much to do. Can you motivate me? And here's the thing, I can't motivate you, but I can ask you some questions that can help you to motivate yourself. So let's dive in. Question number 1. I want you to give yourself grace. So I want to ask you, are you in a stage of recovery right now? Because after working with hundreds of thousands of people for more than a decade, I found that a lot of times when people don't feel motivated, they're either going through something really hard, maybe they've had a sickness, maybe they've just gone through some trauma, or they're just going through a period of life that feels extremely overwhelming. So if that's you, and maybe you just need rest and recovery and healing right now, I encourage you to really give yourself grace and just take the steps that feel appropriate to you. You don't have to get everything organized right now. So I just want to start with that so that you don't put too much pressure on yourself. Question number 2, do you believe that your efforts will stick? Our brains are made to conserve energy. And if you've ever heard of the term learned helplessness, it essentially means that you put forth all this effort and then nothing results from it. So you teach yourself not to put forth the effort because you just don't believe you'll get the results. We need to know that when we put forth energy to clean something, organize something, plan something, it's actually going to stick. When I was a little girl, my mom would ask me to go clean my room, and I honestly didn't know what that meant. So I shoved things under my bed, I pushed things down in my drawers, and I tried to just move things off to the side so it looked clean. But the mess always came back because I never decluttered. I didn't have any routines to make sure it stayed clean. And so then I didn't even want to clean my room because I knew it would just look good for an hour and then it would just come back. If you feel that way, that explains why you maybe aren't motivated, because you just think, oh, I'm just going to do it and it's going to come back. Why put forth that effort? So instead, what I recommend is that as you get a space clean, number 1, you want to declutter. You want to be able to get as much trash, old stuff, things you want to give away out so you have less stuff to actually work with. And then number 2, you need to be able to figure out, well, what routines are going to keep it that way. Every time I organize a drawer or a space or a project in our business, I have to ask myself the question, if I want this to stay, what must be true? Okay, that means that we can't just keep shoving trash in the drawer. It means the whole family needs to be on board. It means that all of us need to make sure when we use this, we put it back here or whatever. But as you identify what those routines are, and then all people involved are on the same page, that's why I recommend we kind of, start really simply, then you're going to find that everything will just start to keep. You won't feel helpless anymore. You'll feel like your efforts are worth it. And then you're going to feel more excited about moving forward. Question number 3, could you start with a really small space and just see if you can maintain that? We have a clean a drawer challenge here at LearnDoBecome, or you could work on a closet, or you could just pick one little spot in your bedroom or kitchen or office. But if you can just start really, really small and master that space, and then watch how you can maintain it over time, it's going to increase your confidence that you can do the bigger areas and the bigger parts of your life. Question number 4, do you know how to break down a big project into a very next action? And we'll just take something like cleaning a drawer. But let's say you have a drawer in your office or in your home that is literally overflowing and you can't shut it. Growing up, we had multiple drawers like that. Well, what's a next action? Because I don't feel motivated to go do something if I feel like it's going to take all day. But if I think, all right, well, for this drawer, I could first just pull out all of those random tools that we stuck in the drawer that actually go out in the garage, and I can just move them and put them away. That's going to alleviate some space right away, and it's going to give me a little momentum. So whatever your project is, whether it's, organizing email or a big project at work or, weed in the garden or something like that, when you can break that project down and it feels so simple you couldn't procrastinate even if you tried, that's going to instantly give you momentum because your brain will say, oh, I can do that. And that's how you want to feel. Question number 5, could you make it fun? When I was a little girl, my sister and I would dress up like Wonder Woman, and we had so much fun running around the house, spinning in circles, and pretending like we had magic powers. Now, clearly you're not necessarily going to want to put on these awesome wristbands and headbands, but you might want to have a fun little hat you wear, or you might want to turn on some music, or you might want to bring over a friend. But what could you do that activates that part of your brain that says, oh, this is fun? Question number 6, how will you celebrate? If you're like me, you get one thing done and then you immediately go to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing because you like that sense of progress. But I think what we've all noticed is that when you take a moment to celebrate your wins and to be able to say, oh, hey, that was a great thing I just did, or let me go celebrate by taking a walk with my family, or I'm going to go enjoy a nice relaxing dinner, or I'm going to go read a book for a while, or something that just feels fun to you, then you're able to acknowledge the work that you've done, and now you're reinforcing what a great job you did, and you're going to feel a little bit more excited to do it next time. So finding some way that's healthy and beneficial to you to celebrate really matters. Just thinking about and considering physical spaces, I now want to show you the after photos that go with the before photos that I showed at the beginning of this video, because I want you to see the contrast from where our students started to where they finished. And as you see before and afters, and you see that it was real people just like you who did these things in their homes and offices and their families and lives, you start to see that you aren't alone. Other people have messes too, and that we have the ability to step by step move forward in a really positive direction. We're here for you at LearnDoBecome. If these were helpful to you, please give this video a like, and then comment below if you have any further questions or things that you're thinking about that we can help you with. We are so excited for you, so thrilled you're here, and I hope you feel motivated to do the things that matter most in your life. We'll see you soon.